Hello there. Good evening, good morning. It's 3:19 trading time. Um 11:19 on the East Coast. My name is Natalie. Um and if you're new to my channel, you are in for a treat. If you've been here before, then you're familiar with this field. I'm a real person. I have kids, I have a dog, um, a girlfriend, and I do some other things for income that will make noise and often interrupt the sessions. But I don't have time to edit my videos because I am very busy. I lead a very busy life, which is why I can't always record a video, and which is why some of my videos are long. Um, but it's been a couple of months since I've actually traded. A couple of months, I mean last year since I blew my last account. Now, quick recap on my life. For the past 2 years, I had worked with an amazing nonprofit, and I saw myself being with them long term. However, I'm dealing with some things with my daughter, my kids, and I felt like I needed to be here for them. So I resigned from my position. It kind of impulsive, but I took a week off for a vacation, and I felt like I made the right decision. That time at home. It with my kids felt like that was the right decision. Anyway, so I've been trading for 10 years, and I'm not rich. So, and I still had to work a job. So, which means I'm not getting, the trading down like I need to be getting it. Um, my risk management is terrible. But I have learned over the past, decade, I've learned a lot of different ways to trade. And I try to incorporate a little bit of everything. Use all the tools that I can to my advantage. And to me, that's working smarter. I can look at a naked chart and trade. I can, use, what do you call that? The market maker method. I can do channel trading. Um, those are all just confirmations for me that my analysis is correct. And the more tools on my side, the better. I don't mind the extra time because it doesn't take a long time to mark up a chart. It really don't. If I want to, let's zoom out. I had the naked chart. I put it in a channel. I put it in a zone, and then I put the uptrend in a channel. And what are we doing now? We're breaking out the channel. So what does that tell me? It's going to test the channel, the next candle, and then it's going to continue its downward movement. I had this box right here. This is where I believe this was my sell. This is why I was selling it to begin with. Um, that wasn't why I was selling it to begin with. Here's what I was doing. I was looking at it on, how do I hide the drawings? Let's do that. I was looking at the trade on the daily chart, and I said, I know this formation. Oscar taught me this. I learned this with the market maker method. This is a cow formation. Every candle is different, which means it's going to change direction. We're coming off an uptrend that I had in my channel. The channel, right? That's what it is, right? The channel, yeah. It's breaking, it's coming down, so it's going to test it and it's going to come down. Someone can look at this and say there's a head and shoulders in here, and this is the neckline. So it's going to break that, it's going to test it, it's going to come down. And that was what I just did, head and shoulders, a pattern, that cow formation, the channel trend, and what else? I don't know what else. But, you know, everything that I know, everything that I can learn, everything that I have learned, as long as I apply it, I should be confident in my ability to, to say this is going to go for another 50 pips and leave it in here and make the money I need. That being said, Now, this is a live account with $500 that I put in the day before yesterday with Oanda down here. They stuck 250 in there and they're holding it till it clears on their end. They've already pulled the money from my bank, so I don't know what the holdup is. Maybe it'll be in there later today. Um, my risk management sucks. My risk management sucks. So when I came back to trading, it was like day one, the day before yesterday. And at that time, I was trying to, um, I had been watching the trade for a while and I was adamant that it was going down. But then someone who makes a significant amount of money more than me, um, said UCAD was going down, NZD was going up, AUD was going up, EURUSD was going up. So I was like, all right, let's ride. And guess what? I lost 50 bucks. And then I put my sell in here somewhere and it took me out. It hit my stop loss wasn't that high. My stop loss was around here for 25 more dollars. Um, all of that combined, the account is $85 short, but this is about 20 bucks right here, this profit. So we're getting somewhere and I know it's gonna go down. It's just a matter of time. So I'm looking for it to test the level, not just this channel, but also this right here, this little level. It's going to come back up, it's going to test that, and then it's going to keep dropping. It's going to keep dropping. I am 100% sure this trade is going to keep dropping. And happy Juneteenth. It's officially Juneteenth, wherever it is after midnight. Nothing is going to be going on in the US markets, so these pairs can move, during New York, or maybe they won't move at all and they'll be stagnant. And that will be good since I can't sit in front of my computer during the day because I have to be on the streets making money. And I absolutely will not be trading from my phone because trading from my phone, for whatever reason, the trading view chart looks different on my phone. And it's just, it's just not the same. So right now, what have I talked about? I talked about my experience trading 10 plus years. Um, I have lost close to, let's just say 100,000 trading over 10 years. So I won't feel profitable until I've made $100,000 trading. And I'm going to use the rest of the year, the back half of 2025 to master my craft and get to where I want to see. The money will come as long the pips are there, So I don't need um I don't need to try to make $1 million on one trade, right? As long as the move is right, I know the money's gonna come. But I'm also gonna try not to hold a bunch of trades, for 2 or 3 weeks. I want to say I won't hold anything for that length of time, but if I can catch a swing trade, I will catch a swing trade. I had this one on my small account. I do have my blown account from December and it was 127 pips. Granted, it was like, $3 because it was not even, it was like $1.25 because of the margin. And this was a trade I took on the small account too. And it was beautiful, as long as the move is there. And this was 142 pips. As long as the move is there, I know it's going to be right. And here was a buy that I had. This was on my blown account. So let's talk about the trade real fast. It's going to break this channel. Let's see if I can. It's going to retest the channel. It's going to retest this level, and then it's going to continue down to this next area. I have it here because these wicks they need to be filled. It's my personal belief that all wicks are filled at one point or another. We saw it with, oh, we're not going to go back. Anyway, wicks get filled, is what I believe. And I have the profit right here. This is a potential, because there's a gap right here. And if we go to the daily, we'll see it better. This gap, I feel like that's going to fill. And see, the wick is even longer right here. So that's going to fill as well. I'm pretty sure about that. The gap will be hit and miss. If it comes all the way down, it'll come down to, I mean, if it fills the gap, it's probably going to come down to the level, which is right there. $160, would be right. At that point, I would have made the money that I lost, plus an extra 80, maybe an extra 100. But from here, there's no telling well, I guess there is. What I'd love to do, I know price could bounce back. Um, because I believe I had this going up, right? I think I had this going up. I can't remember my original analysis, but here was my trade at the bottom. Um, and I'll have to do more analysis for long term. But if it came down here, cool. Price is either going to come down here and go up, test this area, right? Or price is going to come down, play for a little bit, break down below, test this zone, and come back down here. That's what I could see it doing. And that would be long term. When was the last time I was here? 2022. It came down in 2025. Yeah, it's January 2025. So it's going to do one or the other. And I guess I would look for the yearly low. Well, this would be the yearly high because this was here in January. So everything else, this is the highest it's been. So I can see it coming down here and going to break the yearly high. And then I would say it's going to come right here. And then add the alert. So this is a previous, that would not be the high for November. This would be the high for 2024, right? And what this is 2023. So we'll just put that right there. We'll put a trend line there. And that's where I see it going. It'll do one or two things. I don't know. We'll see. And we'll just follow the what it's telling us. What I know now is that this is going to break and these are going to fill. And there's a 50% chance that happens or it doesn't happen. All right, what do we have here on the hourly? We're testing the channel. Um, Once it's going, it'll test it. It might close in the area, or it can do something like this. It did this. It came down. It's going to close next to it, and then eventually, or it's going to wick past, and there's going to be a big body bearish candle. This, trading is a bunch of patterns. So what do I want to do? Well, if I may, I'm not going to worry about making $1,000 a week right now. Let's start small, something realistic. Let's do 1,000 a month. That's 250 a week. First, I need to get the account back to even. Once I get the account back to even, let me see something. Okay, so here's my a ridiculous list of Oanda accounts. You see, I have my December 2024, which has $9 sitting in there. Now, Final Boss, thank you, Rock. Is sitting at 165. That's not counting the unrealized balance. Um, the unrealized balance is about $25. So we just gotta wait. So yeah, I already explain this? I put 500 in the account. They gave me 250. I lost 50, then I lost another 35. I thought it was 25. 35 is right. Um, so what did I do? I tried to buy NZD USD. I tried to sell UCAD. I tried to buy AUD USD, and I tried to buy Euro USD. Even though this was my analysis. Well, I guess I bought somewhere, but all my trades hit stop loss. So I wasn't right with anything. And then look what happened. It came back up, general area, and then it fell. Again, that's what I get for listening to other people instead of trusting my own analysis. So I use channels, I use zones, I use boxes, I use TDI, and I use the market maker method, and it's all just forms of communication for me. Not communication, tools of not acknowledgement, tools of confirmation. And that's what I need. I need to know, you know, if I have 5 different ways to trade, I want all 5 of those to be telling me the same thing. If they're all telling me the same thing, I know that I'm right. And most people only need one way to trade, but I struggle with confidence. So the more tools I have at my advantage, the better. And all these tools are free because I don't pay for TradingView and I don't pay for none of this stuff. I put the money into the account. I have given the Forex market my blood, sweat, and tears. So I've given them enough. Again, so going back to what I need to make. We're gonna do 250 a week once I get my account back to break even. And I'll focus on trading when I'm here. So that's very early mornings and late nights. I'll let some of the trades ride and I'm going to work on my risk management. I put it out on the internet. So now, hold me accountable. Um, I need to get to a point where I master my craft because my kids are depending on me. Now, I don't need to trade. I want to trade to make my life easier. I could just DoorDash and I can make a living door dashing. Um, it's one of the reasons it helped me. When I decided to resign, I said I can do this, and still make the same money and more, than with the full-time job that I had. So that's what I'm going to do. And eventually what I want is for trading to take over that door dashing time so I don't have to be out in the streets as much. Um, because they and all that. So as far as income, taxable income, I will have my gig apps, which is DoorDash and Uber. Now, last year for DoorDash, I think I did $14,000, and with Uber, I did $4,000. Um, and I'll be trading, day trading. And if day trading takes off for me, um, then I'll be able to use it as the foundation for my books and my comic books and everything else that I want to do. You know, if I made a massive amount of money, I would open up an arcade here in town for the kids. I think an arcade would do well in this small town. Um, we get a lot of tourists, and I feel like it would do well here. So there's a lot I want to do, but I also need to save for the future. That's where my stocks come in. I don't trade stocks like I trade Forex. I'm actually using it to build up my retirement. I had a Fidelity account, but when I was the victim of fraud, they ended up closing it and not letting me reopen with the company. I do have a Lincoln account with a retirement account that has $1,300 in there, so I'll probably leave that in there since I can't put more money in it. Um, if I could leave it alone, I'll leave it alone. If I need to withdraw it, I will withdraw it and put most of it in Robinhood to give myself that little bit of boost. And what I want to do is have a mix of dividend stocks and growth stocks. Like QuantumScape is not a dividend stock, but to me, it's a stock of the future. I owned this stock when it was $60 and lost a lot of money as it fell. But I believe in it, and a rich guy taught me about stocks, and I just have to find my information and get back to it. But I do, when it comes to entry and exit, I kind of do look at it like I would trading a chart, trading Forex. Like, I'm not going to, buy a share of Coca Cola when I see that it's falling down. I'm going to wait for it to get to a level and then I'll say, okay, maybe now I will buy a share since I have time, you know? And if it keeps falling, I'll just buy at the next level. But I don't got it like that. You saw that I only had $200 in there. So I'm definitely not buying Coca Cola right now. I think I have a fraction of a share. And I guess that's a good thing about I look when Robinhood was the thing back when, on Facebook, I was like, that ain't it. I got my little free share, but I was like, this isn't it. This is something that's not gonna last. And it's still hanging around, even with the lawsuit and everything. That they went through is still hanging around. Crypto, I don't think I have a way to actually trade crypto. So let me see. Mm, see crypto. I know Oanda has a crypto account, but would be a different account. And I don't like the way it moves. I need to be on an unregulated broker because I'm not sure about the wow, 104,000, which is crazy because I owned a Bitcoin back before it was $100 and I had to sell it. I cannot believe that. That makes me sad. All right, so we're not going to look at Bitcoin. We're not going to look at any crypto. Um, because all the places I had money and I had to shake them because they were unregulated and they weren't taking the US clients anymore. Um, so we're going to learn the craft and then we're going to make a lot of money. And that's what this is going to be. I don't have time to edit a video, so you'll hear my kids, you'll hear my dog, the AC, the phone, everything. I'm just a normal person, and I want to use trading to enhance my quality of life for my family. I'm not going to be out here like they used to be 10 years ago, travel and trade. I'll be traveling, but I'm not going to be trading while I'm traveling. It's going to be an actual vacation. And you're probably not invited. You know how they used to travel and trade and post pictures. They were probably fake. If some of those guys are probably posting fake pictures, by beaches and pools. Even I can rent a hotel and make it look like something it's not. Especially now with AI, people are crazy. But I want to make sure my family is straight, and then I want to do other things and eventually help people. Back in the day, we used to give away money on Twitter, and I would love to bring that back. Right now, I'm not in that financial position, but who knows? If I can get this down right, if I can master my craft, get my pips, because the money will come, with the pips, then I'll be good to go. So I'm going to end this video here. Thanks for watching. If you're new, if you're old, say hi. Um, I can't figure out. I think the channel that I'm posting it on, I post a bunch of different stuff on there, but mostly trading and health, which it's needs. Whew, I need to work on that too. But thanks for watching. Anyway, I hope you have a good day and happy trading. I hope you're also using it to enhance your quality of life. And if you haven't made it yet either, then let's take this ride together. We have time, right? If we do it right, we can make it happen.